am Kevin and am from the Management Study Guide's content team. In this course, we will learn in detail about non-governmental organizations, NGO management. Let's get started. Course objectives. Explain the advent of NGOs. Describe the objectives of NGOs. Explain the classification of NGOs. Explain the management structures in NGOs. Explain the need of core principles for NGO management. Describe role of public relations in NGO management. Describe ethics and professionalism in NGO management. Explain the sources of NGO funding. Explain measuring social return on investment, SROI. List tips for effective NGO management. Keith Lawson has been working in the IT field for the past several years. He has more than a decade of experience in a management role and has been a successful leader. As Keith climbs the corporate ladder, he feels that he is missing out on something. He feels that now that he has achieved something in his life and has done well, it is time that he started giving back to the society. With this aim in mind, Keith decides to quit his old job. He then joins We Care, an NGO or non-governmental organization that focuses on uplifting women and children. Keith joins We Care as a senior project manager. Keith is confident that his experience will prove to be useful to him in discharging his duties as a senior project manager. Keith starts his job role with a great deal of enthusiasm. However, he soon realizes that only his enthusiasm or his past experience is not enough to help him excel in his present job role. Keith realizes that the functioning and management of an NGO is different from that of an IT company or any private organizations. Just like Keith, many people believe that NGO management is similar to management in any for-profit organization. They fail to realize that an NGO has its own set of unique challenges and management strategies. History of non-governmental organizations. The decades starting with the 1990s witnessed the proliferation of a new kind of sector among the various agencies and governmental departments engaged in public service. This sector was the non-profit or the non-governmental organizations, or the NGO, that mushroomed all over the world to fill the gap between the governmental agencies and the public. The rise of the NGOs coincided with the awareness among governmental and multilateral bodies like the United Nations that the problems of the 21st century were too complex and too diverse for the government to handle them alone. Hence, there was a need for an intermediary which would be focused on a specific aspect of the gamut of issues and hence would be able to concentrate its energies solely on the issue rather than being general like the government. The point here is that the NGOs comprise of experts in particular fields, and hence they can devote their expertise and energies to solve the intractable problems, which the government cannot because of the red tape, as well as the fact that many government officials are administrators first and experts next. This was the reason for the NGOs attaining a prominent place in the pantheon of agencies that were tasked with solving the problems of the world.